The next thing I would like to show you is not a card trick. It's actually a little piece about how gamblers might cheat in a card game. Now, the first thing that you want to see if you're ever playing cards with somebody is that they shuffle the cards correctly. You don't want them picking up the cards and shuffling like this or something, because people are going to see some of the faces of the cards. Instead, you want them to keep the cards down near the table, give the cards a cut, weave the two halves into one another, and then perhaps even give them an extra little cut at the end. Something like that. Everything's kept low down. You don't get any chance to see any of the cards as they go by. It's a good, fair shuffle. Now, from a good, fair shuffle, if you were going to cheat in a card game, you might want to be able to find particular cards. And it is possible to find particular cards. Let me show you what I mean. If I give the cards a cut, I should be able to cut directly to an ace. The ace of spades normally counts as a pretty good card. And just in case, one card higher, one card lower, I would have missed the ace completely. Now I've got one ace. Let's see if I can get a second. If I give another cut, I should be able to hit directly the ace of hearts. And again, one higher, one lower, would have missed. Now there are a few little oohs, a little bit of interest, but I haven't really made good on my promise at the beginning. I said I would tell you a little bit about how to cheat in a game of cards, and so far I've only shown you what it would look like if you were to use certain techniques to cheat and be able to find good cards. So let me tell you what's going on. The shuffle at the beginning looks pretty fair, and to some extent it is fair. However, it's possible through that shuffle to keep track of the positions of all four aces. So at the end of the shuffles, even though the cards are moving around, you know exactly where they are in the deck. You know how many cards down from the top each ace is. If you know exactly how many cards down from the top each ace is, all you then need to be able to do is to cut exactly that number of cards, and of course you can show that you've cut to an ace. Simple when you know how. Okay, some of you seem a little skeptical. Let me show you, prove that we're really doing this. If I give the cards a cut, I should be able to cut. Oh, not quite. It is getting a little bit more difficult as we get rid of some of the aces. But if I give the cards a cut, I should be able to cut exactly 18 cards to hit the next ace. Now, the skeptical ones still aren't convinced. They say, is it really 18 cards? Is he just saying that? No one's going to call him on it. We're too nice for that. Let me show you. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, exactly 18 cards down for the ace. That's worth something. Thank you. Oh, and again, one card higher or lower, and we'd have had a disaster, would have missed completely. Now, some of you are still going to be wondering whether this is really what you do or not. You're going to be thinking, well, that's all very well and good, but how does one go about cutting to a precise number of cards to locate an ace? I'll tell you how you go about doing it. You don't try to cut to a large number. Instead, you break the large number down into a smaller number. So, for example, the last ace is 13 down from the top. And to cut 13 cards, you would cut 8, then 4 for the 13th card. I'll show you. Look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards, plus a further 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. For the 13th card down from the top, fingers crossed, the last ace. Thank you.